Cousins, y'all not gonna believe how much Bryan Abasolo, Bryan the Dusty, Rachel Lindsay ex-husband. You're not gonna believe how much he won in child support, girl. Alimony. The other day I did a video and I said $10,000. No, that was an error. I said that wrong. Rachel offered the Dusty $10,000 a month, like 9,000 something, right? He said, that is not how much I want. You have all this money. You making all this money. You gonna pay me. Cousins, y'all not gonna believe how much this man want. I mean, they don't even have kids. But this is, you know what, Rachel? I blame Rachel. I blame you. Okay, he was a chiropractor. But at his age, he didn't have no savings, no retirement. Remember, we read that Bryan didn't have nothing. Like, I understand you paying student loans. I'm assuming he was paying student loans. You went to medical school 9.9999999 out of 10 times. You are paying student loans if your parents didn't provide a way for you to go to college without getting in debt. But you can't tell me you're only paying your student loans and you don't have no retirement, no savings, no nothing. Rachel, you should have passed him up. You know what? You should have married Peter. Was this his name, Peter, the other guy? You should have married Peter, because this embarrassment to you, Rachel, this is so embarrassing, child. So that means you don't even know how to choose a good man. He was a broke Dusty with a chiropractor degree. Huh? A broke Dusty. Bryan needs to start cracking some backs, honey. I've been to the chiropractor. It felt so good. As a matter of fact, I need to go. Our insurance pay for us to go twice a year. I need to find me somebody. Bryan, you better come crack my back and get this money. You better come crack my back and get whatever my insurance is going to pay you. The nerve of this man. Like, I believe, this is me. I got to come back and give a shout out to some of the cousins in the comments. I believe because Rachel, I try to be fair. I just believe in being fair in everything I do and being balanced. The Bible talks about balance, and unjust weight is an abomination to God, that we should be balanced people, which is the problem in the church. We're not balanced. But I try to be balanced, right? Rachel wanted Bryan to move to California, okay? He had his chiropractor business in Florida, right? They were on different coasts, right? I believe because Rachel had him to move to California, that Rachel should pay for him to move back to Florida, set him up, and give him 6 months severance or something. But this alimony that this Dusty is asking for, Bryan, you guys to do better than that. And to the cousins in the comments that were saying about, you know, white men are supposed to be better. Listen, 23 types of guys you might meet. It don't matter what color the men are. It still works. I mentor women of all nationalities, socioeconomical, I can never remember that word, religion. It still works no matter what the color of the man is. The only difference with white men is that 35% of them are not in jail. They're in college. Okay, 35% of white men are not in jail. 35% of black men are in jail. That's the only difference, that they are more white people, white homes, and white families are more established, right? They are more financially established. Go ahead and fight and argue in the comments. But before you do, boo-boo, go do your research. Yeah, there's poor white trash, but they are more, look, go to the suburbs. Those wives are stay-at-home wives. They're married. There's a school that I wanted little Michael to go to. For pre-K. No, kindergarten. Kindergarten. It's $25,000 a year for K. For K. Kindergarten. $25,000 a year. And when you go up there, you see one or two little black kids, and the one or two black kids you see are the African kids because their daddies come here, go to school, go to medical school, and they can pay for those for the $25,000 a year. Or you might see a biracial child, or you might see, you know, one or two black kids, but there. So before you get in your feelings, go do your research. So not because he's white doesn't mean he's a good man. He could be a Dusty too. I talk to a lot of African sisters. I'm so shocked and disappointed at the number of Dusties they have, because they've come here and they have become Americanized and they're just like the American Dusties. So not because he's white, people. I want you to understand that the reason why God gave me 23 types of guys you might meet is because my writing, my books are for the kingdom. Okay, the kingdom are made up of nations, different types of people. So no matter what the nation or the color of your skin or the nation that you are from, the book still applies, because guess what? It came straight from the throne room of God. Okay, so obviously Bryan was a Dusty, but I blame Rachel, because girl, how you gonna pick up a man that ain't got no? See, to me, retirement planning shows that you're thinking about your future. Savings tells me that you're thinking about your future. You are financially literate. You have financial sense. 23 types of guys you might meet. It tells me you can fulfill your role of being a professor and a provider and a protector. The problem with a lot of us women is we want to be the man. And then when we are required to be the man and pay out of our pocket, then you want to cry. Bryan says he wants $16,000 a month. Spousal support from Rachel. Lindsay claims she never wanted to be around him. This Dusty wants $16,000 a month from a girl who is living paycheck to paycheck, basically. She's saying, I have $85,000 in non-retirement savings, which sounds about right, right? You have your retirement. That's one money. You can't touch that. But you need money, emergency fund in the event of an emergency. In the event you are not working, you have something to fall back on and you won't be homeless. Bryan says, that little $10,000 you're offering me, Rachel, I don't want it. I want $16,000 because you was flying me around the world, flying me around the country. You paid for everything. You had me to move from Florida. You's gonna pay me. That's what the Dusty is saying. Anyways, hey guys, how y'all doing? Happy Friday. Yes, honey, some of us gotta go to work today. Do not be the man, ladies. You're a woman. You are a whoa man. Okay, let me close my window. Oh, he's passing by with the radio on his back. Sweetie, you're a whoa man. Okay? Whoa man. That t-shirt's available on janicehylton mentoring. You're a whoa man. You're not a man. Stop being a man. Whenever you take on the provider role, the protector role, the professing role, you turn into a man. And since you turn into a man, your husband is the woman, she expects to be treated as a whoa man. If he don't got no money, he ain't got no savings, he don't have no investments, he can't show you that he's been planning for his future. I have this much saved in my retirement. I have this much in my savings. Boo-boo, walk away. Before I married Michael Thompson, he had to take me over to the job. And he had to take me to HR, print out the W-2, because you're not going to bring me no fake W-2, make me try to believe this is what you said you made. Show me the retirement accounts. Show me the savings. He had to take me down to his bank. Show me what you say you have saved, just in case you lost your job. How we going to live? Because I know you're not expecting me to pay no bills. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. You had to show me. And yeah, even though he didn't ask, the only thing we exchanged was my credit report. He didn't ask how much I made. He didn't ask for my savings. He didn't ask for my retirement. I will have a government job. So obviously he knows I do have a retirement. He didn't ask for it, but that's because it didn't matter to him, because he's been saving and investing so that he can establish himself to provide for his wife and kids. So ladies, when you take on the man role, you will be a man and you will be expected to pay. This Dusty want $16,000 a month. The chiropractor claims in a July filing that he has nothing left after paying his monthly expenses. Bryan Abasolo has reaffirmed his request for substantial spousal support and Rachel Lindsay refusal. In a Tuesday, July 2nd filing, Abasolo 44. You should at least have, when y'all got married, Bryan, you should, let me just be real conservative. Since you went to medical school, you should at least have $250,000 in a retirement account somewhere. You should at least have $50,000 in an emergency fund somewhere. You 44, you ain't got nothing, you's broke. Child, this is getting my blood pressure. Let me get the blood pressure machine. Hit back at his ex-wife claims that he is not in need of financial support amid their ongoing divorce. While Lindsay 39 said Abasolo requests were not supported by competent evidence and far exceeded the actual marital lifestyle and his need in the June 26th filing obtained by people, the chiropractor has insisted that he needs support to maintain their marital standard of living. Yeah, she leveled up his life, according to him. She leveled up his life, and he has gotten used to living this way, so he wants to continue to live this way. Mind you, they was only married for what, 2 years, 3 years? And this Dusty want his lifestyle maintained. In a new file obtained by People, Bryan says that Lindsay earned a very substantial income during their four-year marriage and cited his proposed financial needs as $16,275 per month. Bryan claims that his monthly income is $1,341, and after paying expenses, there is nothing left. He also claims that after the couple moved to LA in 2021, his net income was almost nothing, and Lindsay was aware of that, which is why she agreed to pay most of her living expenses until I could regularly contribute. That's your fault, Lindsay. You gonna pay for your living expenses until he can contribute. Contribute. Contribute is what a 21-year-old that just came home from college, didn't find a job. Yeah, but he working a couple of hours at McDonald's and he gonna give mama $100 for the water bill. Contribute. Husbands don't contribute nothing. Husbands provide. But you know what, Lindsay? I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. Because out of all the men on that show, you chose a whole Dusty. You didn't ask him no question about his money. Oh, Lord. Abasolo also made several claims in the filing about the nature of his relationship with Lindsay, including that she never showed any interest in his business and that her jet-setting career often took her away from our marital residence while I stayed at home. Well, I guess she didn't make her marriage a priority. You know, the new her, she's now a socialite. Is that the word? She wanted at 34, 35, wanted to settle down and have kids. And she found this newfound celebrity status. And she's like, kids, husband, honey, go on over there on the back burner. He claims the former bachelor wanted him out of the way and not involved in Hollywood, and would go so far as to disinvite him to parties or events and then go with her industry friends instead. Additionally, the chiropractor who met Lindsay on season 21 of The Bachelorette in 2017 and married in 2019 alleged that he discovered that Rachel had been disingenuous while they were living in Dallas after the show aired, which led him to consider not following through with their marriage. What? In 2020, when she took the job with Extra TV, Abasolo further claims she gave me an ultimatum. I either move to California with her or else the marriage is over. This is what I'm saying. That's why I think she should pay him some money. But this $16,000 a month, I have a problem with it. Bryan says that by the time he filed for divorce January 2nd, he no longer trusted Rachel and had endured years of her verbal manipulation. As he described his experience in their relationship, the reality is that I was one, stuck at home and stuck at work. Jesus, make this big. I was the one stuck at home and stuck at work with a wife who never wanted to be around me during our marriage, Bryan claims. People has reached out to Lindsay representative for a comment. In Lindsay's June 26 filing, when she opposed her ex-husband's initial request for spousal support and $75,000 for his legal fees, she said he was claiming to make less than he would if he worked at McDonald's based on his reported $16,000 annual income. Jesus have mercy. Bryan claims to earn so little that he worked a 40-hour week and was paid minimum wage in LA County. He would more than double his reported earnings, her filings indicated. Lindsay also claimed that Bryan refused to vacate her home, for which she has paid 100% of the mortgage, property taxes, homeowners insurance, maintenance and repairs, utilities, and costs to care for our parts since they separated. As far as their marital standard of living, she claimed it was nowhere near as glamorous as Bryan portrays it to be, and that the couple rarely saw each other or even live together during our brief marriage. I feel sorry for you, Rachel, girl. You should have chose a better man. You should have went with Peter. Even though the cousins are saying Peter was crooked too. Rachel, I think you should pay for Bryan to move back to Florida. Girl, just take out $100,000 out of your 401k and give it to him and get rid of him. That's what you're gonna have to do, Rachel. Get $100,000 out of your 401k. You're gonna have to take the hit. This is your hit and your lesson for marrying a Dusty, for choosing a Dusty. You need to get the hit in your 401k. Take the 401k, girl. That's gonna be $100. Okay, they're gonna take. How old are you, girl? Never mind. You're gonna pay 30%. You're gonna have to borrow some money, girl. You gonna have to go borrow from the credit union. You're gonna have to go find a credit union, right? This is what you do, girl. Never mind the 401k, because they're gonna take the 10% penalty plus the 20% plus whatever your tax rate, and never mind, it's gonna cost you too much. Go to the credit union and take out a loan of $100,000 and give it to Bryan and say, Bryan, here you go. Move back to Florida, $100,000 to set you up and get you started and be done with him. Because you chose a Dusty. You chose a whole Dusty to be your husband, so you gonna have to pay, girl. But I don't think you should have to pay him $16,000 a year. Bryan, you ought to be ashamed. Pack your bags and go on back to Florida. Pack your bags and go on back to your mama. I love y'all. I love y'all, cousins. Be sure to subscribe. Check those thumbs up for me. Leave a comment for me. Oh, I didn't put up my banner. Thank you for your love and support. Those of you who's been showing me love in my Cash App, I absolutely love you. Thank you. Adore you. Those of you who's been joining my membership, thank you. I love you. I adore you. Those of you who's picking up my books on Amazon, leaving me a glowing 5-star review, I absolutely love you. Remember, if you already bought a book, please ask somebody else to pick up a book. Leave a glowing 5-star review for me, and just spread the word with everybody about the books. Okay, I absolutely love you. Adore. Check out Janice Hylton Mentoring, and of course, remember I have 2 t-shirts over there, but I have t-shirts linked below. Hey cousin t-shirt and whoa man t-shirt. Okay, I absolutely love you. I adore you, my darlings. Let me know what you think. Bye.